So, you might have been wondering if going around to all of these loot drops is actually worth it. Some of these can be a bit risky. Today we're going to be starting out with our main 12 supply crates. Alright guys, so we have all of our loot organized here in our Scorched Earth loot base. Now jumping right into it guys, you can see it is the basics of the game. You have your basic cloth armor and your basic tools. You have thatch building supplies, you have beds and campfires, you have your sleeping bags, you have your hatchets and primitive slingshots, and basic Fiamia saddles. I mean, literally the most basic, your first engrams of the game, basically, you can find here in the White Drop, which means that here in the White Drop with the ring, you're going to see just more of the same. And honestly, I'd say the biggest thing with this stuff is just the amounts were just off the charts. I threw away way more than all of these. You had extras of everything. Jumping right into the green drops, guys, it actually does improve. It goes from cloth to hide, desert cloth armor. We've got the full set of that. And then again, the tools just kind of upgrade from there. We've got large storage boxes. We've got adobe building supplies, wood building supplies, water wells, compost bins. We've got parachutes, spy glasses, whips. So, you know, basically the upgrade of the basics. Still basic, but a little bit better. And then, of course, we have our bow and a bunch of arrows. Look at this, guys. All of the narco arrows and flame arrows that you could ask for just starting out leveling up. And 223 narcotic. That's pretty good. And then, of course, with the saddles, we have some blueprints and saddles. But now we've gone from the Fiamia and we've gone to our Morella tops, which is big here on Scorched Earth. And then, of course, the Parasaur, Raptor, Carbinami, lots of these kinds of saddles. So, honestly, across the board, definitely an upgrade. As you guessed it, green is just a better version of exactly what you just saw. We do have, again, just more of everything. All of these vaults were absolutely just packed full. And you can see we even have some Mastercraft blueprints in here. Not bad for the saddles. Tons of stuff to get you started. It is a nice, even progression through the drop so far. Let's check out Blue Drop now. Yep, same thing. A little bit less armor, unfortunately, but we do have Gilly. You can see that. Crop plots, we have water wells, we have water jars, lots and lots of blueprints, guys. We jumped right up to metal, so we skipped stone altogether. We've got some tents, we've got some oil pumps, again with the whips, just better versions. And then we did end up with just a couple of metal tools, and then yeah, just more of the blueprints that we pretty much already had for saddles, Morella tops. Now we have the Stego, Iguanodon, Procoptodon. Across the board, pretty much what we can expect to see is not too far off from the green. Let's see about the blue with the ring, if that was any better. Yeah, so a little bit more with the Gilly. Not too bad, but again, just lots of blueprints. Never get any actual building supplies with metal, just blueprints for metal. Compasses, yeah, lots of just building supplies. Tents, look at all these tents, oil pumps. This is absolutely ridiculous. And then we did end up with a few of our metal sickles, couple of pistols, couple of crossbows, even a couple of swords and whips, guys. I mean, not bad. You can see we've got some Mastercraft going on, a little bit better selection of saddles. Maybe blue with the ring is going to be okay. But honestly, green drops so far seem to be the best for just starting out. All right, next up, purple drop. Okay, yep, same thing with the progression. We did have Gilly, now we have Chitin. We ended up with more adobe blueprints, more metal blueprints, which this basically looks like all of the irrigation stuff you would need. Again, with the water jars, we did end up with some attachments, as you can see, the flashlight, we've got the scope, we've got the silencer. Okay, so more whips. This is the first time we're seeing our primitive long neck rifle, so you do need to look out for the purple drops if you're looking for a rifle blueprint. This is also the first time we're seeing shotguns, and then of course the ammo blueprints for each of those weapons. Some shields, and then it looks like another round of saddles. Okay, so we can see the progression: Beelzebufo, Chalicotherium, Saber saddles, PT saddles. It's just kind of hit or miss. I'd say that, you know, purple drop is okay. More chitin, blueprints, tons of attachments, same thing, guys. Water jars, more ammo. Okay, we did end up with some better blueprints here. So purple with a ring, you're going to see even more of these primitive rifles and blueprints for your rifles. More building supplies, tons of whips, lots of different saddles here. Again, more of these Anki saddles, PT, Beelzebufo, all the same ones I just mentioned, guys, you're going to be able to find here in the purple drops. So far, guys, we've gone through 4 total colors, and honestly, I mean, it's been clearly ramping up a little bit at a time. Not too crazy in terms of the items you're going to get, though. Really just seems like the basic stuff. Okay, so this makes sense. They're going to tease us with a little bit of flak armor. Maybe we're going to see flak armor. I wouldn't hold my breath. You can see 100 yellow drops. We got 2 pieces of flak armor, but a bunch of flamethrowers, some flamethrower ammo, and again, all of these I threw away tons. So we had blueprints that didn't fit. We had oil pumps that didn't fit. We had canteens that didn't fit. I mean, look at all this stuff, guys. GPSs we finally get. We get our laser attachment. We have our assault rifles. Look at this. The chainsaw, that's definitely a big upgrade for harvesting. And then a bunch of saddles, specifically the Mantis and the Thorny Dragon saddles we're going to be able to find here in the yellow drop. So I'd say that's definitely an improvement. So far, I'd be looking out for green, blue with the ring, purple with the ring, and then yellow so far. And only those because of basically weapons. And then obviously the upgrade here on the yellow, that's a pretty nice upgrade all the way around. Let's check out. Yes, okay. So that lets us know that yellow is definitely going to be more consistent with our flak. You can see here we have a bunch more blueprints for flak, more flamethrower, blueprints and flamethrowers, ammo, adobe, again, all these same building blueprints that we've seen. We've seen all of these oil pumps and windmills, canteens, a lot of helpful stuff, but honestly, we don't need too much of it. GPSs, we only need a couple GPSs. And then, yes, the pump action shotgun. So keep an eye out for that, guys. If you're looking for a good pump action, you might want to be checking out these yellow drops with the ring. And then tons and tons of Lamantria saddles. Holy Lamantria saddles. Look at all that, guys. And then, like I said, Mantis, Thorny Dragon. Oh, man. These are going to be your big ones here in the yellow drop. But, yeah, definitely improving all the way. Can't wait to see what we get in the red drop. Okay, so funny enough, guys, absolutely 0 armor in the red drop. It actually looks pretty similar to the yellow drops. We have more of these flamethrowers, oil pumps, windmills, adobe blueprints, canteens. Looks like C4 is the big difference. We're not looking at GPSs, we're looking at C4 now. Cluster grenades. Rocket launchers. Okay, so that is a little bit different. Compound bow. This is the first time we've seen the compound bow, guys. And then a bunch more saddles. This is where we're going to find our rock golem saddles, guys. So if you are looking for a good rock golem saddle, make sure to check out the red drops. And then again, more of the same. Mantis, Therizinosaur. Yeah, all these good ones. Red drop just kind of improves just a little bit, but that's actually pretty close to the yellow drops. And then lastly, here we go. Still no armor. So if you're looking for armor, guys, do not count on that in the red drops. More flamethrowers, ammo, more chainsaws, whips, grenades, canteens, attachments, building materials, all the way through, guys. We've got the same saddles, but you can see a little bit better versions of those rock golem saddles. Guys, this is pretty consistent, honestly, across the board. You can definitely rely on these saddles from these drops. It was honestly, guys, a super consistent ramp up across the board between armor and weapons from start to finish. And I forgot to tell you, we end up with a bunch of supplies as well, more so than we do in the other maps. I actually like these supplies a lot better. Personally, I think I'd be starting out here on Scorched Earth versus the island. I think the drops are just better all the way around. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Make sure to hit that like button and, of course, smash that subscribe button. I do not want you to miss out on our next episode where we check out the caves of Scorched Earth. I'll see you in the next one.